Hello Superuser! So, let's say you want to add chords on the upbeat. By default, it's not really the most obvious or easiest thing to do, so how do you actually go about doing it? There are 3 different methods, and we're going to go over all 3 methods in this video because some are better for different use cases. So first thing to notice that whenever you insert a chord, it will always appear right above the note you're entering it. So if you were to do like F7 there, it is entered directly above the note. However, if you don't care about playbacks and you don't really care about it being precisely on the upbeat, you can simply just drag the chord symbol over until it's halfway above the next beat. That's method number 1. Method number 2 is slightly more interesting than this. So if we go back and delete this, and this time we're going to go into layer 2, and we're going to hit a bunch of 8th notes. But more importantly, after we type in the 8th note, let's press H to hide them. That way we have a bunch of hidden 8th notes. Now these 8th notes will not print and they will not play back, but they will allow us to place a chord symbol on them. So if we go back to our chord symbols, and if we put a chord symbol on top of this 8th note, now we can press F7 and create an F7 chord directly on the upbeat. This is really good if you want it to be precisely on the upbeat, and especially if you are changing the size of the measures often. Now it's still on the upbeat even though each beat is larger. Or if we add many more measures in this stack, like 4, it is still on the upbeat. However, there is another way you could do it if you don't even want to add these extra notes at the bottom. Because as you notice now, this measure is slightly larger than this measure. And that's all because we added these hidden 8th notes. So there is one last way we can do this. If we undo everything we just did, and instead of going and putting things into layer 2, we are just going to come back up here to our time signature tool, click on it, edit time signature, and we want to change it. Instead of 4/4, we're going to go into 8/8. This will give us 8 beats per measure. And the nice thing about being 8/8 is we can put a chord symbol on any one of these beats. But of course we don't want it to display as 8/8, we want it to display it as 4/4. So down here, click more options and then go to use a different time signature for display, and make sure you have 4 beats for a quarter note per beat so it displays as 4/4. Hit OK, and you notice nothing has changed. However, we can click on beat 2 and put a chord symbol on beat 2. And everything is proportionally laid out correctly. The only downside about this method is that now if you press a bunch of 8th notes, it'll consider them separate beats, so it will not beam them like that. Whatever method you use really depends on your specific situation and what your specific needs are. But now that you know these 3 different methods, you have all the tools in your disposal that you need to do to have chords on any part of any beat that you want. So that's it for today. If you found this video at all helpful, make sure to hit the like button so I know you want more content just like this. Each week I post new videos about how to use Finale to its fullest, so if you don't want to miss out on any of those videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified as soon as a new video comes out.